course, be The X-Files, with stars David Duchovny and Gillian Anderson back for an 8th season. I say, of course, as if this was some kind of foregone conclusion, when in fact the last month of negotiations drove me to live on Pepto-Bismol shots and Alka-Seltzer chasers. People are applauding that? Thank you. The importance of this show to the Fox network is really significant. Even in its 7th season, when most dramas have long ago bitten the creative dust, The X-Files remains an extraordinary hour. And despite facing its toughest competitive challenge ever, Millionaire on one side and The Sopranos on the other, not to mention a bevy of big-ticket miniseries during every Sunday of sweeps, The X-Files continues to attract a large, upscale, and extremely lucrative young adult audience. In fact, few shows have weathered the Millionaire competition as well as The X-Files. And next season, we won't be competing against The Sopranos until that show's March premiere. And the 8th season of The X-Files may very well be one of the show's most exciting to date, because Chris Carter has been creatively re-energized, and his goal is to create new characters, storylines that will enthrall fans. And that'll begin with this Sunday's finale, with Mulder's disappearance, some might say abduction, and continue at the top of next season with Scully teamed with a new partner in her search for him. Through an amazing series of events, Mulder will return, and that'll kick off a new mythology and set up the latter half of the season, and quite possibly the next season as well. We're so happy to have them here with us, so would you please join me in welcoming the Golden Globe Award-winning stars of The X-Files, Gillian Anderson and David Duchovny. p.m., Chris Carter's The Lone Gunman is a spin-off series featuring 3 popular characters from The X-Files. I know it's a project Chris is really excited about, and it combines big stories, big stunts, and a lot of humor in chronicling the adventures of an intrepid trio of heroes. Well, they're not exactly your ordinary heroes, but then again, we're not exactly your ordinary network. So let's take a look.
It's all true about you people, isn't it? About John F. Kennedy, Dallas.
I heard it was a lone gunman.
You remember them from The X-Files.
What are you guys doing here?
Mulder's in trouble, big trouble.
And you'll never forget them when they step out on their own.
Bring it home, boys.
This winter, Fox presents
What we won't do for the Constitution.
The Lone Gunman.
Patriot 2, we're in position. Oh, yeah.
Our software's been hijacked.
3 guys who will sacrifice their lives.
You.
And their dignity.
Full-body cavity search.
To publish an underground newspaper that exposes what others don't want you to know.
The guys at the NSA and the CIA, they tremble every time we put out one of these babies.
In a world of lies.
I hear Harlow's a black hat, a real heavy lifter.
Conspiracies.
You're not saying my father killed himself.
I'm saying he was murdered.
And terrorism.
I'm going to crash the plane into the World Trade Center.
Comes the continuing saga.
Talking about government-sanctioned murder here.
Of the search for truth.
Airline terrorism?
You're telling us the government is behind us?
And 3 heroes who will do whatever it takes.
The American people have a right to know.
To uncover.
If you pimply pencil necks, the only hope for the American people, God help us all.
From Chris Carter, creator of The X-Files.
Finally, we're getting close.
The Lone Gunman.
That's why I teamed up with you guys.
The truth is out there.
You're true believers.
But it may be stranger than you think.
What is this, another one of your wacko conspiracy theories? Like who shot JR? JFK.
The Lone Gunman, coming soon to Fox.
The Lone Gunman boasts the kind of built-in equity and fan appeal that should draw an underserved audience on Thursday night, particularly 25 to 54-year-old men and adult women in search of more suspenseful fare than that offered by Friends. And now, would you please welcome from the cast of Lone Gunman, Tom Braidwood, Dean Haglund, and Bruce Harwood.